I'm not a brony. So why are they making me do this? Is this a dancing monkey show all of a sudden? I know fandom for weird crap, but come on. Princesses, ponies, unicorns, magic, rainbows, fluffy Kutenstein mass marketing BS. What's this? Content for ponies? Not while I'm around? Captain Brony! Oh, wow. And I thought I didn't have a life. I bring friendship to wherever it is needed, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is friendship incarnate, and you could stand to learn a thing or two about it. Oh, really? Yes, and I, a Pegasus Ranger of the Brony Force, am going to teach them to you. Laughter, kindness, loyalty, generosity, honesty, and magic. The elements of harmony, the elements of friendship. What do you say to that? Did you know that Pegasus was the illegitimate son of a merman and a gorgon? That was uncalled for. Neither was your visit. Now can you leave? I have a movie to watch, and the sooner I do so, the sooner I can move on with my life. Tell you what, if at the end of all this, you've learned something about friendship, I'll leave you alone. Fine. Princess Twilight Sparkle arrives in the Crystal Empire for her first diplomatic meeting, but she is not comfortable with her new status as an alicorn princess. Neither was a good chunk of the fan base. In the dead of night, a robed figure sneaks through the castle, past the one guard, and into Twilight's bedchamber to steal her magic crown, but trips on Spike the Dragon's tail and is spotted. The princess and her pony friends chase her into a room containing a mirror, and the crown passes through it with the thief not far behind.
Who is that?
They ask not a queen in title, but is in practice Princess Celestia, and she explains that the pony thief was an ex-student of hers named Sunset Shimmer.
She began her studies with me not long before Twilight. But when she did not get what she wanted as quickly as she liked, she turned cruel and dishonest.
Seduced by the dark side of the Force.
And explains that the mirror is a portal that opens once every 30 moons to an unknown world. Twilight must go through and retrieve her crown before the gateway closes again in 3 days. Her friends want to go too, but Celestia says she cannot allow it.
What? Why not?
Sending all of you could upset the balance of this alternate world.
Code for plot convenience. And so Twilight enters the mirror to begin her quest with Spike running in after her. They awaken to find that Spike, after crossing, has been transformed into a dog, and that Twilight has been changed into a mysterious creature of infinite complex oddities.
What am I?
The target demographic. They are at a high school called Canterlot High and arrive just as the bell rings and the hall floods with humanized versions of all the background characters from the show. Down the hall they encounter Fluttershy's human counterpart who's being chewed out and insulted by Sunset Shimmer, and Twilight is none too happy about it.
How dare you speak to her that way?
What did you say?
The alpha female has spotted a potential rival, and that is something she cannot tolerate. The two stare each other down, but Sunset just smirks and walks off. Twilight asks Fluttershy about her crown, and she tells her that she found it and turned it into the principal's office, where it is going to be used to crown the winner of the fall formal prom sort of thing being held the day after next. Thus, she decides to run for princess to get her crown back.
And how exactly do you plan on doing that?
I have no idea.
At lunch, Fluttershy says that Sunset Shimmer always runs for a princess, always wins, and that bad things happen to people who run against her.
You'd have to convince everyone here to vote for you instead of her. The athletes, the fashionistas, the dramas, the eco-kids, the techies, the rockers.
The Guliones, the Daglias. However, Twilight is determined and goes to the gym to sign up with the head of the party planning committee, the human Pinkie Pie, who tells her not to trust Fluttershy and accepts her signature to run. The human Applejack then arrives, delivering apple cider, or training beer, as my grandfather called it, and warns Twilight about running against Sunset, saying that she's the most untrustworthy person at the school next to Rainbow Dash. At the library, Twilight is researching the school and finds a photo of the human version of her friends as friends, and has a feeling that Sunset is behind their not being friends now. The next day, everyone is snickering at her, and she is pulled into a room by Rarity, AJ, Pinkie, and Fluttershy, and they show her a slander video Sunset made of her while at the library.
Twilight Sparkle wants to be your fall formal princess. But what does it say about our school if we give someone like this such an important honor? What am I gonna do?
We all know it sounds with shade on YouTube. There's no recovery. All the former friends start arguing over what to do, prompting Twilight to show them a photo of them as friends. They talk and realize that someone sabotaged their friendship, and in all likelihood it was Sunset. They all make up with each other, including Rainbow Dash, and they all go get the sacred holy lifeblood of the U.S. Coffee. Where Twilight runs into cute guy number 223617-L, and of course crushes on him something fierce. Rarity comes up with a plan to unite the school behind Twilight by using pony ear bands and tails that are a sign of school pride.
I haven't sold any in ages.
And they do this by having a large dance number in the cafeteria, which wins over most everyone, much to Sunset's displeasure. So she again sabotages Twilight by destroying the decorations of the gym and framing her for it. And it almost works, but cute guy number 223617-L shows the vice principal the scraps from the original photos used to make the fakes. How many high school students know to have fake photos that way? She's immediately allowed to leave, ending cute guy's debt, but realizes that because of the damage to the gym, the fall formal has been moved to the next day, after the gate has closed. She goes to her friends and decides the only way to convince them of the urgency of her situation is to tell them the truth. But Pinky takes a shot in the dark about it all.
You're from an alternate world and you're a pony princess there, and the crown actually has a magical element embedded in it that helps power up other magical elements, and without it, they don't work anymore, and you need them to help protect your magical world. And if you don't get the crown tonight, you'll be stuck in this world, and you won't be able to get back for like a really, really long time.
She's pretty much spot on.
He can talk!
With reassurance from a talking dog, they believe her and set to work repairing the gym while managing to attract the help of the entire school. And together, they get the fall formal back on schedule with all the students saying that Twilight has their votes. At the fall formal, Twilight is crowned princess of the fall formal, and Sunset's flunkies kidnap Spike. They rush out after them where Sunset makes an ultimatum. Give her the crown, or she smashes the gateway.
Equestria will find a way to survive without my element of harmony. This place might not, if I allow it to fall into your hands. So go ahead, destroy the portal. You are not getting this crown.
Infuriated, Sunset rushes Twilight, and after a game of keep away, it ends up in her hands, and she uses it to transform into a she-demon. Demons, magic, high school. If a vampire shows up, there's gonna be hell to pay. Using her new power, she plans to invade Equestria by turning the students into her zombie army. The six friends stand up to her and find that the power of their friendship has come to their aid, and transforms them into horse girls capable of defeating Sunset.
The crown may be upon your head, Sunset Shimmer, but you cannot wield it, because you do not possess the most powerful magic of all, the magic of friendship.
Oh, the Skittles joke's here. So yes, they beat her, and the entire school turns away from her, and she's given the task of repairing the part of the school she destroyed. Twilight, however, must say goodbye to her friends as she must return to Equestria, but feels far more like the leader she was chosen to be, and returns to her homeland where her pony friends are waiting for her. The freaking end! Well, do you think you've learned something about friendship? Dear producers, today I learned that you can make friends no matter who you are, even if you feel lost in an unfamiliar place and uncertain of your future. For when things seem hopeless, they will be there for you no matter what. All you have to do is let them see what's in your heart. There, you see? Yes, I do. Could you deliver this for me? I'd be honored to. Now, where was I? It's not there. You think you see it, but you don't. We are all insane. I hope.